The stone floor retains its heat, not from the sun's rays, but from spilled blood. You find yourself in the remnants of the Byzantine emperor's grand hall. Cracked tiles snap underfoot, now the tread of Ottoman soldiers. Through grimy, smoke-filled panes, the city of Constantinople blazes. A metropolis that endured for 11 centuries crumbles into flames and cries in the span of one dawn. At the heart of this ruin stands a young woman, just 15, her hands smeared with hearth ash, her locks sheared short and ragged in haste. She dons the coarse garb of a household aide, yet it offers no shield. They discovered her regardless. Theodora Paleologina, the final heir of Byzantium's line. Facing her, perched on a makeshift seat, redolent of battlefield dust and explosives, is the ruler who shattered her realm. Sultan Mehmed II, at 21, his gaze fierce with a mix of victory and shrewd intent. His officers linger behind, postures rigid, expectant. They all sense the ritual about to unfold. The custom is unambiguous in Islamic tradition for high-born prisoners after a stormed citadel. 3 days of unchecked spoils where all falls to the conqueror's grasp. Her breaths come quick and faint. She fights the tremor in her limbs. The Sultan utters nothing. Beyond the walls, the wails persist. Yet in the ensuing 72 hours, his choice regarding this young woman in this instant uncovers a facet of domination that both factions preferred to consign to oblivion. A ruling so unforeseen it lay entombed in records for ages. Concealed amid the spin of rival realms, each craving neater tales. For at times, the gravest revelation isn't war's savagery. It's the compassion that emerges afterward. What becomes of an empire's princess amid collapse? And why might a warlord, having loosed inferno upon her home, opt for a path that upended every tenet of era's combat? Before we delve deeper, a candid note. Inquiries like these, probing entrenched tales of the past, rely on your backing. Should this resonate, tap like and subscribe. It fuels our dives into forgotten vaults, unearthing what powers that be aim to bury. Now, return with me to May 29th, 1453, to the juncture that reshaped existence. 57 days prior, the bloom of spring in 1453. The ancient bastion of Christendom fades. You sense the decay in the breeze. Constantinople, sovereign of urban wonders, 11 centuries weathered. It outlasted the Huns as Rome toppled, defied Arab incursions, even withstood the Fourth Crusade's ravage in 1204. Fortifications erected by Theodosius in 413 after Christ remained unpierced by assault. Until this siege. 80,000 Ottoman fighters encircle it. 200 vessels of war clog the Golden Horn. Upon the rises loom forms that prompt seasoned troops to bless themselves, bombards. One measures 27 feet, crafted by a Hungarian artisan, Orban, who first offered services to the Byzantines. They lacked funds, so he turned Ottoman. Its blasts quake the earth 3 meters off. Projectiles of rock tip the scales at 12,200 pounds. They batter barriers over a millennium old, the collision echoing like creation's fracture. Within, 7,000 guardians, Greeks, Venetians, Genoese, reckon the odds and foresee the close. Bells toll ceaselessly from basilicas. Clerics bear relics predating realms, beseeching divine aid. Residents seal entrances, aware of the decree. Post-conquest by arms, victors claim 3 days' plunder at will. In the imperial abode dwells the Paleologos remnants. Emperor Constantine XI, 48, unwed, heirless. He accepts his end in defense of the seat. No hesitation, just resolve. His kin, cousins, nephews, remote ties, linger in echoing marble chambers. Among them, Theodora, 15, versed in Hellenic lore and Latin, adept in Arabic. Such skills ring hollow as siege engines rend defenses. She yearns for the impossible, continuity, fears the tangible, joining multitudes parceled as chattel once walls yield. Unbeknownst, in 57 days, she'll confront a 21-year-old overlord in a chamber steeped in gore, her fate hinging not on fortune or allure, but the mind of a nascent sultan seeking to transcend mere raider. Beyond the ramparts, Sultan Mehmed II pores over charts by taper glow. 21, sleep evades him. He's worn the crown twice before. At 12, deposed in 2 years' span, deemed immature, frail. Father Murad reclaimed rule till death, bequeathing a second bid at 19. Europe's halls dub him the Youth Sultan. Even his janissaries question. His sire's shadow haunts every corner. Mehmed, compact and sturdy, eyes witnesses call ablaze, fluent in 6 tongues. Devours Alexander's feats, slumbers with Arian's accounts nearby. Conquest of Constantinople isn't mere gain, he craves Caesar's mantle, not metaphorically, but as rightful Roman sovereign. For the city embodies validity, the hub of 1,000-year dominion. Seize it, inherit Augustus, Constantine. Falter and rule dissolves. 57 days sustaining 80,000 troops. Coffers drain, counselors murmur treason. Yet deeper in Mehmed's thoughts stirs what aides overlook. No simple raid, a rebirth. This alters utterly the destiny of the palace maiden with 57 sunsets till oblivion. If this epoch doesn't stir you to grasp imperial demise, not in splendor, but dread and stark dilemmas, you may overlook the crimson script on those stone slabs. Linger, for the unfolding unveils human essence, both victors and vanquished shunned from view. May 28, 1453. Eve of the finale, in the vast palace, Theodora's mother shears her child's tresses. Abrupt snips, strands tumble to marble. Theodora holds still, eyeing the dark coils disperse. Her dam's name evades annals. Chronicles dub her Lady Upersin. Sparingly, her grip falters as she daubs soot on Theodora's digits. Drapes her in itchy wool. Noblewomen fetch as spoils, she murmurs. Maids might slip notice. The unspoken lingers. Make them deem you valueless. That dusk, Mehmed proffers a stunning proposal, stunning aids. Yield forthwith, safe passage for all. Constantine governs Peloponnese under Ottoman aegis. No slaughter, no blockade. An envoy spurs under truce banner to the palace. Constantine meets him clad in mail beneath robes. Per eyewitness chronicler Francis, the reply is measured. Yielding the city exceeds my remit, or any residence. We've chosen death willingly. The rider departs. Mehmed's visage betrays naught, yet he commands at once. Ultimate charge, at first light, dual sovereigns, inescapable stances, singular seat, survivor singular. That eve, the populace surges to Hagia Sophia. Orthodox, Latin Rite, united after decades' rift. Doctrinal feuds fade before mortality. Thousands cram the nave. Flames dance on gilded tiles. Chants swell in urgency. Theodora kneels disguised amid them. Unmarked now, mere attendant in the throng. Elders sob, recalling 300,000 souls in the city's prime. Mothers clasp offspring doomed to youth eternal, without Ottoman drums pulse, measured, then accelerating, thunderous. 80,000 throats bellow Allahu Akbar. Scribe Ducas noted, the roar shook the ground itself. In Hagia Sophia, please stutter, then surge fiercer, roar. Theodora's mouth forms phrases, yet prayer yields to recall. The icons, the scent of myrrh, her mother's clasp, final echo of her known realm. They retreat to palace past midnight, lanes deserted, folk fortified, vigilant. Theodora rests in shadow, attuned to maternal breath. Silence binds them. Words fail when apocalypse looms. In Ottoman lines, blades hone, plate polishes. Mehmed circulates, halts at hearths, addresses in native dialects, Turkish, Arabic, Persian, vowing afterlife or booty as craved. Yet his mind drifts beyond dawn's clash to aftermath, post-breach, post-blaze, post-treasure trove. His ranks anticipate what endures conquest. Aids see ease, spoils, thralls, acclaim. Mehmed envisions more, opaque to them. Caesar, not corsair. Emperor, Rome's true scion. Emperors reshape, don't raise alone. Will ranks permit? One after midnight, percussion intensifies. Palace stirs Theodora alert. Mother at casement, horizon aglow with sentries' pyres. It commences. Theodora rises, soot-handed in guise. No clasp, mere proximity as rhythm swells. Initial shrieks breach barriers. Byzantium's terminal daybreak breaks, ignorant both that in under 8 hours Theodora meets a claimant meant to seize her as prize, yet refrains. May 29, 1453, 1 post-midnight. Triple surges assail like mortal swell. Initial, auxiliaries, fodder to weary foes. Hundreds perish, shafts, scalding pitch, boulders. Replenishments press. Second, Anatolian corps, ordered, sheathed, relentless. Defenders flag, arrows dwindle, vigor ebbs. Third, Janissaries, pinnacle force, Sultan's cadre, drilled from infancy, no frenzy, inexorable advance as iron. Pressure yields fissures. 5, Antemeridium, calamity. Genoese Captain Giovanni Giustiniani pierces through cuirass by bolt. He routs, insists shipward evacuation. His Lombard hires witness flight, lines fracture. Thus, veterans holding 57 days vigil withdraw, disarm, seek egress. Ottomans scent weakness, intensify. Then, a overlooked postern, Kirkoporta, off-barred. Neglected post-scout foray. Ulubatli Hassan spies, storms with 30. They hoist banner where Byzantines glimpse. Foe standards within. Resolve shatters crystalline. Posts forsaken, folk flee to kin. Vessels, sanctuary anywhere. Constantine XI beholds. Discards regalia, plunges into fray, proclaiming, "The city yields, yet I persist." His remains elude sure trace. Rome's final potentate evaporates in tumult like mist. By 8 Antemeridium, foes flood 6 ruptures. A 11th century sentinel succumbs in 7 hours toll. Ensuing, medieval chronicles foulest dawn. Troops ravage abodes. Barricaded folk suffocate in fumes or incinerate. Males felled in lanes. Females, young rounded as herds. 30 to 50,000 bound that morn. Hagia Sophia snares multitudes in refuge. Ottoman squads splinter bronze portals, haul clerics from litanies, cull prizes, comely damsels, robust youths, malleable young. Palace yields midday. Invaders rampage corridors, uprooting crucifixes, questing royals. Some nobles self-end. Others burrow in reservoirs, cellars, hides. Theodora, as scullion, squeezes into pantry amid oil jars, pulse racing, tracking footfalls, echoes of anguish in halls once for revels. Time drags, chaos methodizes. Discovery, palms unscarred, tone polished. Ash veils, not 15 years' refinement. Noon. Mehmed mounts white Arab steed through Adrianople gates. Straight to Hagia Sophia. Not for demolition, possession. Scoops soil, dusts turban. Moslem meekness. Enters millennial fane. Proclaims, henceforth a masjid. Muezzin calls faithful. Christendom's apex yields to Hagia Sophia. Yet Mehmed defies norm. Halts ravage post, single day, not triple. Ranks mutter, comply. Proclaims, concealed folk unharmed. Exiles reclaim homes, sanctuaries safeguarded. No mere takeover, self-coronation as Rome's heir. Rulers require folk to govern, not graves to fill. Vizier tallies noble captives. Includes palace-hid teen in menial's weeds. Theodora conveyed to throne chamber. Hall reeks of char, shards great souls. Crimson Mars tiles. Mehmed on field throne in ivory silk. Vast headdress jeweled evoking Roman pomp. She thrust ahead, still servile clad, aghast. Right bids prostration. She rigidifies. Mehmed appraises, queries in Greek command, Paleologous blood, affirm, sire's fate, slain in strife, chamber suspends, aids await harem claim, custom, courtiers brace for doom or chains. Mehmed probes further, literate in Greek, Latin, Arabic basics? Quiet. Then inconceivable, Sultan bids free Theodora, not thrall, not consort, autonomous under realm's ward. Grants annuity, far quarter domicile, open faith. Murmurs ripple in bewilderment. This juncture, lone edict in sanguine seat, explains the tale's interment by foes. Latin scribes craved Ottoman ferocity for holy war fodder. Turk annalists lauded arms prowess. None embraced this. Youth conqueror granting grace defying raid's calculus. If such yarns of quandaries and unforeseen grace in shadow epochs touch you, subscribe. History defies simplicity, ever has. Recalling that may prove vital. Why? Enigma for sages. Why spare the last of a raised dynasty post-epoch's apex triumph? In his adopted style, Kaiser I Rum, Rome's Augustus. Mehmed sought not seizure alone, but embodiment. Legitimacy demanded Byzantine thread unbroken, not severed. Grace to imperials evoked Roman largesse. Shielding faithful cast him as all subjects' lord beyond faith bounds. Propaganda aside, depths, scholars like Franz Babinger posit Mehmed eyed union with Byzantine royal to seal Constantine's succession. Theodora's candidacy unclear, yet mercy hints designs past plunder. Mehmed pressed on, elevated Genetios Scholarios, famed Byzantine sage, to orthodox primate, vesting civic sway over faithful. Infidel lord bolstering Christian head, unprecedented. Signal stark, Byzantium's not terminus, but pivot under fresh helm. Theodora thrived 3 years Ottoman sheltered in the city, amid preserved enclave Mehmed fostered. She beheld shift, minarets beside spires, Hellenic mines in service, Sultan seating lorehouses, academes. 1456, cleared to Morea, Peloponnesian holdouts under suzerainty. Later whispers, wed low noble, endured to circa 1480, faded free. Suppression stemmed from divides. Western quills favored Turk terror, mercy muddied crusade cries. Rally faithful against a guardian of their own? Ottoman pens exalted strategy, protective stances bred nuance unwelcome. Simpler, conquest pure, yet fortune fled masses. Myriad chained, bartered from Nile to Black Sea. Brain trust, thinkers, divines, creators, dispersed to peninsular Italy, seeding Hellenic sparks for Renaissance bloom. Constantinople's doom sparked Old World's quests. Ottoman spans hiked trade perils, costs. Iberia, Lusitania hunt, alternate Indies routes. 40 years hence, Columbus veers westward for Cathay, unearths new domains. One stronghold's doom veered global course. Ottoman vaults hold edicts both shunned, safeguards for nobles, Christian posts in bureau, Hellenic lore's nurture. Portrait, cosmopolite builder, not zealot domain. Paradox bites, destroyer outpreserved Byzantine lords, harried 2 centuries by strife, schisms, penury. 15,000 Hellenes stayed shielded. Core of Greek millet stewarding Orthodox for 4 centuries. Oil jar hider wove into unclaimed weave, endurance via change, lineage via lordship. The lad Sultan grasped what aids missed. Realms rise absorbing precedent, not erasing. What lingers in this yarn? Our quest for clarity. We crave neat pasts, fiends, saviors, sufferers, triumphs, stark moral divides. Yet Theodora's and kin's fate exposes unease. 21-year sultan sanctioning carnage, yet strategized clemency saving multitudes. 15-year royal bereft endured via dam's guile, self-yield, overlord's validation thirst. Realms dissolve messily. Triumphs crave the fallen more than confessed. Life persists not from pity, but potence legitimacy, lust. Archival gem, discomforting all. If raiders grace for gain and fallen adapt, flourish anew, tidy myths crumble. Annals grow tangled, mortal, authentic. How many royals, clerks, folk threaded disaster's gaps, needed by might, for breath? How many Theodora-like suppressed, marring rival spins? What of us now, favoring stark atrocity or win over survival's weave? Envision that hall anew, doomed damsel before near-peer sultan, both roll-bound by annals, both carving odd trails through imperial debris. Grace and gore paced burning ways. Key query not victor, but survivor, motive, toll. Sage Critobulus, years on. Citadel, braving millennium plus, yields one mourn, yet folk, some, outlast. In persistence, truth outstrips any paean or plaint. You've glimpsed history's thorniest verity, conquest and kindness inseparable. If such recalls frailty, past's layers, lessons from shunned tomes, join crimson historians. Sustain your. For shadow's depths aren't expected rage, but unseen soul.